The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has recognized Senator David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola as National Chairman and National Secretary, respectively, of the African Democratic Congress, ADC. INEC equally recognized other interim national officers of the opposition party. The Commission had since posted the names of David Mark, Rauf Aregbesola, and Dr. Mani Ibrahim as National Chairman, National Secretary, and National Treasurer, respectively, on its website. However, reports have emerged that the Federal High Court in Abuja has issued an order restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission from recognizing David Mark and former Osun State Governor, Comrade Rauf Aregbesola, as interim National Chairman and National Secretary, respectively, of the ADC. This followed a motion ex parte dated September 2, 2025, and filed by Nafiu Bala. Joining us to discuss the recognition of the David Mark-led ADC is Honorable Hauwa Yusuf, Deputy National Secretary, ADC. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, Honorable Yusuf, what is the state of play with ADC now? Yesterday we were commenting on the fact that, now INEC has recognized the ADC new executives. But now we hear that there is still a matter in court. So what's the state of play?
Thank you very much. The state of the party is still intact, actually. INEC did what they did because it's in accordance with the INEC constitution and also our constitution and the ADC. To clarify that INEC did not endorse ADC, but only recognized the leadership. Everything that happened was purely administrative. There are actually due processes before the final formal recognition. So we were actually done with that. The delay, like I said, was purely administrative. What INEC do is actually to monitor the processes in particular political parties and then record the processes, and formally after checking if the processes were adhering to the law or maybe not by the law, and then formally do the recognition. And I'm glad we were done with that. And for the order, the order of the court was actually, you have political jobbers all around, and people looking for attention or money or so. It's everywhere. So I won't actually say it's an issue for the ADC. As it is, we don't have any issue in court or anything. In fact, I actually have the court order here, which the process was actually denied. So ADC, we don't have any issue in court.
Even though you say you don't have any issue in court, I'd like you to talk about factions in the ADC. For instance, the presidential candidate under the ADC in 2023, Dumebi Kachiku, has come out to say that the David Mark faction is living on borrowed time. What do you have to say about this? That they have so many court cases, you're just going to spend so much time, with the court cases, or perhaps you would not even be able to emerge as a party in 2027 on the ballot. What do you have to say to that?
Respect to Dumebi Kachiku, I was actually one of the person that actually voted for Dumebi Kachiku because, he was young and he had a caption that he wants a Nigeria that works for all, but at the end of the day, there was another motive behind that for some personal reasons, I don't know. But to say that the faction, we don't have any faction. Yes, maybe there were a faction before, but not anymore. We will actually settle, the faction, by, it was INEC that set it. It was ADR. I was part of the process. we set it with, with ADR. The state chairman came and signed. I saw some news, some of the state chairmen, of course, hungry Nigerians, of course, that, are looking for what to eat. I know the country is hard, but we don't have any faction at it is right now. We don't.
So you're saying that Mr. Dumebu Kachikwu is hungry. That's why he's making the statements that he's making. So because you use very strong terms to describe them. You say that those who are saying that they are factions are political jobbers, they are hungry, and so they're allowed to say anything they don't say. Are you saying there's no merit to what he said? There's no faction? Because this interview was just 2 days ago. It wasn't very long ago. So this is post this reconciliation you talked about.
There is no faction. There is no faction, and take it from me, there is no faction. Anybody can go to the media and say whatever, shenanigans they want to say. But ADC, we don't have any faction. No faction at all.
Okay. See, so I would like to go in the line of what I said, because I'm a little bit taken aback. You're saying there's no faction, and we are seeing many factional activities as regards the ADC. We are seeing Dumebu Kachikwu, a former presidential candidate of the APC that you voted for. There's no alignment with the party. We are still state chairman. Isn't it shocking that you're calling, isn't it overreaching that you're calling some of your state chairman hungry? I see state chairman coming out to say that, no, that's not the case. They were not in full alignment, that you're saying there's no faction.
Yes, I strongly stand by my word.
Some of your state chairman that you called hungry, because I don't think it's a camaraderie, your party, for you to call them hungry.
No, honestly, I'm sorry, but honestly, I know the state of the nation. Everybody is hungry. A common Nigerian cannot even afford, 2 square meal a day. Some are struggling to feed just 1 meal a day.
You say everybody is hungry. The state of the nation. I know I've not eaten this morning.
The state of the nation, sir. I don't know. I don't know about you, sir. I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I owe any. Okay, yes, maybe not everybody, I would, not every, but I said the average Nigerian, the common Nigerian, of course, you are working, and we have so many jobless people that are not working, are struggling to, find something to do. But for the state chairman, flaunting themselves as, the faction of Dumebu Kachikwu, like I said, the faction was resolved via ADR, and it was set by INEC itself.
So, let me mention a certain name. Honorable Nafiu Bala. Does that name ring a bell? Because this man went to the Federal High Court of Nigeria, Abuja Division, on Thursday, the 4th of September, before His Lordship Honorable Justice Emeka Nwite. And he was filing an ex parte order. So, and you say there's no faction. Is that not a faction?
Well, it could be, but I don't think he has. He doesn't have any claim. He doesn't have any claim. I have the court order here. Like I said, it was actually denied. It wasn't granted, No. I know you have the court order here. It wasn't granted. So, but now you cannot accept with me that there's a faction. Because as well as there's no faction. Because the court order was not granted, does not mean that there's no faction. So people like Bala will still look for another means to be able to still discredit the David Mark-led ADC. What is the David Mark-led ADC trying to do to bring people like the Bala and the rest into the big umbrella body without necessarily calling them hungry? Well, honestly, anybody that could actually, be part of a system and all of a sudden just doesn't want to belong. Nafiu already, sent his resignation letter to the ADC, and we acknowledge that. And then you're coming back to tell us that, you're serving us because you want to all of a sudden be chairman of a political party. There are processes. He would have maybe called, a NEC meeting. There was no NEC meeting. He only just, went to the media and announced himself as the chairman of the party. It is not done like that. So, we don't have any faction. as of now, I would say we don't have.
No,
So,
but-
I mean, we could
no.
have plenty of factions, but that would not,
No, but
distract
you-
us
no,
from
you just-
doing what we're trying to do.
No, so, I mean, pick a side. You just said and accepted that Nafiu could be a faction. And you said, David, that's one faction. Then you say we don't have another faction. Then you say we have faction. Then you say we don't have another faction. Then you say we have faction. Dr. Abati, over to you.
Honorable Yusuf, let's just have your thoughts, your projections about the 2027 general elections. Now, the ADC now has gained some level of certainty about registration. 14 other political associations, we've been told, have been cleared for the next stage of registration by INEC out of 171 political associations seeking registration as political parties. Now, what's your reading of this move towards 2027? Do you share the view that perhaps it looks like both INEC and the administration, they are beginning to open up the space for all, tendencies to contest in 2027?
Thank you very much. Well, for the ADC right now, the focus is, after the INEC recognition, is to focus on strengthening our party structures and, mobilizing the grassroots. And then finally, a clear march to the Villa 2027, because that is going to happen. So that is our focus, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Yusuf, for joining us on The Morning Show.